Hi friends, my name is Aisha and I'm an English language empowerer. Today I am here to share my English journey with you all. People who knows me see me as a package of success. I did my graduation, I work for a top-notch company for a top-notch post, and after taking a pause from my working life, I have started my own training institute where I help people to speak better English. People admire me, people think me I'm a package of success, but that's not the reality. I my dear friends, I don't want to talk more about my successes in life. I want to share more about my failures, my rejections in life. Let me take you back to my childhood days. My mother was a homemaker, my father was a lone breadwinner, and we were six brothers and sisters. So it was very hard for my father to give a proper education for all of us, and so we were placed into a local regional medium school where English was only one language, one subject, and rest all subjects were in Urdu. So and that too the English what we were introduced was only for namesake. English was only for namesake, and you know what level of English I had at that moment. I was a studious child and I had a passion for language. So I used to score good marks in my school, and what best thing happened in my life was that my SSLC, my 10th class result. So when my 10th class result was out, I scored 72% in my SSLC, and that was my percentage was good enough to place me into any good school, any good college. So I joined a college, and let me tell you my friends, frankly, like my first day of my college was my worst day of my college, and I could even say that my worst day of my life. Like, so as I scored because of my ranks, my percentage in SSLC, I was announced as a class representative of my college. So and it was the first day of the college, and introduction rounds were going on. So the class teacher asked us, all of us, to give our introduction, and it was my life taking experience I'm going to share with you. Like, I was just hiding somewhere, like, so that teacher don't notice me. I just escaped that round, but I know the reality that I won't be able to escape. So somehow I have to manage introducing myself, and my English was zero. And all my other classmates were so fluent in English. They just stood up and fluently they introduced themselves, and I just, what I did is I just steal the words from their introduction, and I just jotted down. Somehow I drafted my introduction, and I managed to give my introductions, and I took a deep breath, and I thought, okay, I'm done with the task. But as I scored good marks, I was the topper of the class. So ma'am did not stop over there. Further, she asked me to talk about my school, from which school I came, and like, she just asked me further more questions, and I was not prepared for that. I was not knowing how to frame one sentence in English, and I was just freezing in my place, and I just stood mum. I did not answer anything. Then ma'am just smiled, and she asked me to take my seat, and I just after that I went home, and I just wept, I cried, and in my mind I started cursing my parents, like, okay, why they did not placed me into any good school. I would have done better. I had all caliber, but it was only my schooling, my parents, like, I couldn't speak better, and it was the worst day. I just had a kind of low self esteem, and I was feeling very low, and I decided that I don't feel like going to college, and I want to stay back from college. So that was the experience I was undergoing. But so I know that I have no other go. I have to go back to the same college, and I have to face the same people. So what I have to do, like, I that day I firmly made up my mind that anyhow this year I am going to be fluent in English. So I just past few months just observing others passively, like, what they speak, how they speak, and any new words if I come across, I used to jot it down. I used to go through the dictionary, I used to find the meaning of that particular word, and I used to frame a sentence out of that word, vocabulary word, and I used to use that word in my conversation. So somehow, like, that day I was just totally day and night on a revision mode, like, grab the word, find out the meaning, jot it down in a book and frame a sentence and practice that word. So I was totally on a revision mode, and what happened, I used to for few days I used to even my dreams used to be in English. And that day I realized that whenever you want to achieve anything, somehow you will achieve it, even though if you don't have any means. So because when I want to learn English at that time, I was not able to afford any coaching. I did not have any English speaking friend, and I was just left with unarmed. But I don't know how the universe conspired and I became a fluent speaker. So my dear friends, the pain which I hold inside my heart is that when I moved to this world, I realized there is a necessarily need to communicate in English. Only if you communicate in English, it seems you have given a tag, a stamp of being modern. If not, you have to stay back and the end without being noticed. So with this pain, I moved ahead in this world to help every single individual who wants to communicate in English, who wants to overcome this language barrier and who wants to taste the success. So I want to give a hand-holding support until they meet with the success. So my dear friends, if you resonate with my story and if you want my guidance, my help, my support, please do contact me. I'm always available for you.